Welcome back to Fireside Messages. I'm Rob Thompson, Spirit Medium. Just popped another log on the fire, not a shrimp on the barbie. So get your cup of tea and come and take a seat next to me, and let's talk spirits. Before we get started, I just want to have a moment of silence. Sadly, after her one and only cameo appearance on TV, Gracie, our black cat, passed away a couple of days ago. So she crossed the Rainbow Bridge and is now with her sister and all our other rescue cats that have come and gone over the years. So a moment of silence for her and any other fur babies that have passed recently that we know are still with us in spirit and always will be. So, I'm going to take a card off the top, and would you know, it's an owl. Wisdom, knowledge, all powerful. Talk to us. We are still listening. How about that? That's the universe saying, yep, we're still around. We may not need to be fed anymore or the litter box changed, but we're still very much around, and I feel her around too. I know the dogs do, because, yeah. These cards, by the way, are Jackie Newcomb's Messages from Heaven communication cards. So I definitely recommend these. And let's talk for a moment, you know, about the passing of animals, of our little fur babies. And, you know, the whole notion, in my opinion, that animals don't have a soul is just the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard, because they give us unconditional love, unconditional joy and companionship, and love is all they ask in return. Well, food and cat litter and toys and okay, all right, but still. So when it came to Gracie, she had to tell us that it was time, and being an intuitive helped certainly a lot, because let's also remember, quality of life is just as important as quantity of life. You know, longevity is wonderful, but if you have to live in abject misery, then it's a one final act of kindness to take that misery away. So I'm going to take another card here. You are a star. Step into the spotlight where you belong. That's you. Yes, you are a star. And it's quite possible that you are a star in many, many ways to many people, whether they be family, whether they be your agent, hi Rich, or whomever, that you give and give and give. And I know a lot of people who are all about, from the moment they wake up, how can I help someone? Who can I help? How is so-and-so doing? How is she doing? How's he doing? How's my son doing? How's my father-in-law doing? But don't forget, you know, just like when the cabin pressure depressurizes, you know, and you're on a plane and little oxygen things come by, it says, you know, put yours on first so that you're able to help the person next to you. So in that same regard, always important to make sure that number one is healthy inside and out of mind and of body, and not neglected, because if you aren't okay, then you can't help anyone else, not yourself. And I think that there's a lot to be said for snipping away some of those energy vampires. I think we talked about that on the first Fireside Messages. People who would only call you when they need, literally only when they need something. That you have to decide for yourself. But like I said, remember, you are the star. You are the star here, whether it be the star in the family, the star on the TV, wherever you are. Shine that light, but make sure that you shine bright enough for you to see the way as well. This next one is my third card. It's a big one. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you want to know what it is, you'll have to join me at www.thespiritchannel.tv for our after fireside chats. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. I want to tell a lady called Janet that her husband, okay, and he's been here for quite a while, waiting for us to start getting set up and rolling. But that John is fine. John passed from a respiratory illness. I'm showing here. He's showing me here and here, and Josie's acknowledging me. Now that was a very unexpected passing. It was just really considered a rudimentary infection and then sepsis. So, but John is fine, and Janet and family, he is with you always, most of all the ways, and then sometimes he's there when he probably shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? He turns away. So, Janet, I know that that you are maybe struggling to come to terms with that grief and that loss, and he just wants you to know it's it. Move on ahead. Time to move on. Take care of the family, but take care of yourself and your own needs, because he's fine. John loves you very much. You know, as I look into the flickering flames here, it just reminds me of that first rule of thermodynamics that we learned at school about energy. Cannot be created or destroyed. And these flickering flames remind me that that is true of our energy, of ourselves, of everything that makes us who we are, energetically, personality-wise. It's a conscience that is unstoppable. It's simply transitional. So never forget that we are perpetual, but we are also transitional. I know it's a really beautiful time right now as we watch the transition of seasons from winter to spring. And of course, Mr. Groundhog said that we have an early spring. So if you listen to Mr. Groundhog and keep on scratching, then you will indeed be warmed by that news. But regardless, the snow will melt and turn to water, which will feed the tulips, the dandelions, the beautiful flowers. So never moan about the weather, even if it is cold. And of course, this year anyway, 2 species of cicada that are going to be out there buzzing around. Well, I'll be buzzing around, and I hope you'll buzz over to join me again at thespiritchannel.tv for Fireside Messages after hours. Well, it's like 10 minutes later. All right, so see you over there. God bless you.